Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's DFJ Hoops. Uh, Not gonna waste any much time. We're gonna precap the 76ers versus the New York Knicks for Game 4 in Philly. But before I get into that, I just want to give a few shout outs to let me shout out to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast, BJ and Rick. Y'all doing a great job. Shout out to my guy Jason Joseph, who's probably going to call the game today. He probably has a doubleheader. He's going to call the Sixers game and the Phillies game. So, yeah, he has a doubleheader himself. Shout out to Mike Sports Vibe. Shout out to RB. Shout out to Deshaun Bernard, running back Philly. Shout out to my guy Tuning Sports. And speaking of my guy Tuning Sports, bruh, I know the Cavs. Orlando tied the series up, bro. You can run, but you can't hide, bro. I'ma definitely fight you, bro. But yeah, shout out to Tuna Sports. Shout out to my guy JJ who's in here right now. He says he's dancing to the intro. Yeah, you really like it, huh? And shout out to my guy Humble Man 420, bro. I appreciate you for being in here. But hey, the Cavs, they got the series tied up. I still got the Cavs winning, but y'all gotta take care of business, bro. So shout out to my guy Humble Man, and shout out to Mitch. I appreciate you for being in here, Mitch. I appreciate everybody else for being in here. But let's talk about the Sixers versus the New York Knicks. So just to recap game 3, the 76ers were able to, win their first playoff game this year. I mean, in game 3, they beat the Knicks by 11 points, and Embiid absolutely went off in that game. Embiid was, he was 50 points, the most efficient 50-point game in NBA playoffs history. Not Michael Jordan, not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not Wilt, not Shaq, not LeBron, Kevin Durant, not Steph. Nobody has ever had an efficient 50-point game until Joel Embiid did that. So shout out to Joel. He was, and let me address this. So people are saying that I'm condoning Embiid for being a dirty player. First of all, I'm not condoning. I don't approve of him doing that. Those are dirty plays, but let's not sit here and act like the Knicks don't play dirty too. We're not doing that. We saw Dante DiVincenzo play dirty and play like he was playing football in the NBA game. We've seen that. We've seen Josh Hart. Josh Hart injured Jimmy Butler last year, caused him to have an ankle injury. So let's not play like the Knicks don't play dirty sometimes. They do play dirty sometimes. But Embiid did what he had to do. It was unfortunate that I was about to say Mitch. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, he went down with an injury. But I wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he plays in today's game. But um the 76ers, yeah, they did take care of the Knicks in game 3. And me personally, I think one thing that was most noticeable in Game 3 was the Sixers were able to keep the Knicks off the boards. They didn't really give up a lot of offensive rebounds. I think they only gave up three more than the Knicks only had three more offensive rebounds than the Sixers had. But they were able to keep guys like Josh Hart and all those other guys away from getting those offensive rebounds. Isaiah Hartenstein, they were able to keep them off the offensive glass, and that really helped the Sixers a lot because the Sixers finished the game with 36 rebounds and New York only had 32. And Josh Hart, who was averaging, I think, 14 rebounds in the series, on some Elgin Baylor type shit. Rest in peace, Elgin Baylor. Um, he only had 6 rebounds in that game. So the Sixers did a phenomenal job, keeping them off the glass and, rebounding the basketball at a very high level. And also, guys also did step up in that game 3. Now, we were calling for Nick Nurse to make some adjustments in the rotations. I think a lot of Sixer fans were calling for Nick Nurse to make, some changes in the rotations because guys like Buddy Hield was not really giving you enough, coming off the bench. And he gets open looks, but he's not really knocking him down. And you can see that he's really uncomfortable out there. You can see he's not. When he misses a shot, you could tell that he's very, very demoralized in a sense because the shots are not falling for him. And when shots are not falling for shooters like that, their confidence starts to decrease because that's what they live by. They're shooters, and even though shooters shoot, when it's not going in, it just hurt players like that. So you could tell Buddy Hield's confidence was just low. It was very low. But Nick Nurse had to do what he had to do. Had to make an adjustment, and one of the adjustments that he made was, inserting Cameron Payne into the rotation. Now, Campaign did come in the game, and in the second quarter, I think he was the spark plug for the Sixers, and he scored, I think, 9 points in that second quarter. And I think with him going off in that second quarter, that really helped the Sixers, in terms of their bench production. Now, the Knicks still had more bench production than the Sixers, but I think Cameron Payne coming off the bench and doing what he was doing, pushing the pace, scoring, shooting the ball at a high level, and also playing defense. I mean, he's a small player, but I mean, sometimes he can wreak havoc on the defensive side of the floor. And with him doing that, I think that really helped the Sixers to win Game 3. And along with Embiid's 50-point game and Maxey going off as well. And in Game 3, that's when Jalen Brunson was finally able to go off himself. I think he finished with 39. But I mean, Embiid's 50-point game overshadowed his 39-point game. He had 14 assists with that as well. But Kelly Oubre was also a huge. He really helped the Sixers huge in terms of offense because the first two games he wasn't really giving the Sixers anything offensively, and that was because he was playing some great defense on Jalen Brunson. So I just feel as though he gave up a little bit of the defense, and he made up for it on the offensive side of the floor. And with him making it up on the offensive side of the floor, that really helped the Sixers a lot. Tobias Harris, I'm not even gonna speak on Tobias Harris. He only gave you 7 points or something like that. But he did. I think he rebounded. He got you some rebounds, but offensively, he wasn't really giving you anything. And some people are calling for Tobias Harris to get benched, and he did get benched in that fourth quarter and down the stretch. He did get benched, and that was Nick Nurse doing his job. And I've said this multiple times. I'll never question Nick Nurse because Nick Nurse is one of the best coaches in the game, and he's been down 0-2 before, so he knows what it takes to come back down from 0-2. Back in 2019, he was a coach for the Raptors, and they were down 0-2 to the Milwaukee Bucks, and they ended up winning 4 straight. So he's been down 0-2 before. Um, so in situations like that, I really trust him. Now heading into Game 4, I think the Sixers need to do exactly what they did in Game 3 and just do a little bit more. Let me get into these comments right here and see what. So JJ says, "Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide." Yeah, Tuna Sports, you can't hide, bro. You cannot hide. Shout out to Bob. I appreciate you for being in here. He says, "What's going on, brother? Hoping we can pull this one out. Much needed for sure." Yeah, we're definitely winning this one. We're definitely tying it up tonight. I mean today. I hate I hate early games like this because games like this are it's a trap because you can get blown out, you can get embarrassed. Like the unexpected could happen, but the Sixers are not getting blown out. The Sixers are not losing this game. The Sixers will definitely tie it up in game 4. Yeah, he'll definitely pop up. He'll definitely pop up, bro. Um I told you he was going to drop 60, 10 short. Yeah, you did say that. I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that, and I was saying that. Yeah, Tom Thibodeau's not going to watch him go for 60. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna give you that. But I mean, 50. I don't think Embiid is going for another 50 piece tonight. I mean, oh god, I keep saying tonight because most of the games are always at night. But yeah, I don't think he's going for a 60 piece because Tom Thibodeau's not going to watch him go for another 50 or 60-point game. I don't think that's going to happen. He'll do whatever it takes to make sure that that doesn't happen. So, yeah. The Knicks also played dirty basketball in the 90s. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean Charles Oakley and all those other guys. Anthony Mason, all those other guys. Yeah, they did. They did. I mean, we haven't forgotten about them. Haven't forgotten about them at all. Yeah, you're not lying, bro. Speaking of boards, if Mitchell Robinson is out, watch out for Achua and Hartenstein foul trouble. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. I haven't really watched Achua. I mean, I watched him with the Raptors, but I haven't really watched him on this Knicks team. So I don't know how he gets on the glass. I don't know how much of a hustle player he is. So, but yeah, foul trouble. I mean, those guys cannot guard Embiid, and sometimes Embiid just needs to, you know, he just needs to take advantage of him. I mean, Achua is only 6'8" or 6'7", something like that. So Embiid definitely has the size advantage. So I think he should just look to enforce his will down low and not always try to face these players up because when you face these players up, that's when they can start being dirty with you. You wanted Cam to get more minutes too? Yeah, because Buddy Hield was not really giving us anything. Buddy Hield only has like 2 points or something like that. I may be wrong, but yeah, he's getting looks. There was a play in game three. Um, they set a down screen for him, and he flashed to the weak side corner, and he was wide open for a three, and he missed it. And when he missed that shot, you could tell that his confidence really, like he wasn't really confident out there. And when they were pressuring him, there was another play. He was bringing the ball up the floor, and he was being pressured by DiVincenzo or somebody. And you could tell he really wanted to get rid of the ball as soon as possible because he wasn't really comfortable being pressured like that. He hasn't been in situations like that, and it just hurt his confidence. But I mean, Cameron Payne has been in that situation before. He went to the finals with the Phoenix Suns back in 2021. Now I know it was 3 years ago, but I mean, case in point is he has been in situations like that before, so he knows how to handle himself. He knows what it takes. He knows how to play at a very high level when it comes to that because they played in the Western Conference Finals. Chris Paul was out, and he was starting, and he dropped I think 22 and 10. So I think Cameron Payne could definitely give you some good production if you give him enough minutes. But that's why I felt like Cameron Payne deserves some minutes. And I'm hearing some people say Ricky Council needs some minutes as well. But I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, I keep saying this. I don't like. I don't want to keep saying this, but I mean, it'll be difficult to see a rookie get that much playing time in the playoff game, especially for a coach as Nick Nurse. Coaches like that, they don't really like playing a lot of rookies like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if if Ricky Council is not playing. But if he gets playing time, I would be happy for him because Ricky Council does give you effort. He's gonna definitely generate a ton of rim pressure. Only thing I'm concerned with is his passing ability and his 3-point shooting ability. But if he's on the floor, he's definitely giving you effort. Um he's going to rebound the basketball. I think he's going to do things that Tobias Harris is doing and he'll probably do more because Tobias is not, he's not a dirty work guy. But if you look at Ricky Council, I think Ricky he wouldn't have any problem to be a dirty work guy, in my opinion. Bob says, what's going on, JJ? Yeah. 3 years ain't that long for Payne. Yeah, I know, but I mean, some people are just to kind of like discredit other players. They'll just say that, oh, it was 3 years ago. So why are you trying to use 3 years ago for now? We're in 2024. Why are you talking about something that happened in 2021? So yeah, that's why I was saying that. But yeah, I know 3 years is not that long in my opinion. So yeah. But let me get to this point right here. Let me talk about Kelly Oubre let me talk about Kelly Oubre for a second. Now, Kelly Oubre did struggle offensively in the first two games, but in game three, you could tell that, offensively, he really stepped up. And the Sixers really needed those 15 points that he dropped in that game three. And he did play some good defense on Jalen Brunson as well. But I mean, Jalen Brunson, he was going to get off at some point in this series. And he did get some questionable foul calls for him, that went in his way. And you could tell him and Embiid were clowning each other where Embiid was like, bro, you just stick your butt out to get foul calls. And, Jalen Brunson was also taunting. They were taunting back and forth. But I think Kelly Oubre can definitely give us some solid production offensively as well. And he can be solid on defense as well. But I think the strategy should be for, guarding Jalen Brunson. I think we should allow him to take, dirty shots and, just try to, take not take, but let his other teammates not get into rhythm because if he's taking all the shots, they're not going to be in rhythm. And guys like Josh Hart and guys like OG Anunoby, who these guys they can shoot the ball. Now Josh Hart, I think this is a little bit of an anomaly because he's a 31% 3-point shooter, but in this series, I think he's shooting damn near 40%. So if we're able to take away from those guys and get them out of rhythm, I think that'll definitely work in the Sixers' favor because Josh Hart, let me see. He's dropped 20 plus in every game so far in this series. So if we can limit those guys and you know let Jalen Brunson go for 50, or I mean not 50, but I mean just let him shoot all the shots and play some effective defense on them, it'll definitely take away from his teammates, and the Sixers can be victorious today. I mean, the game is at 1 o'clock today, so I didn't say tonight. Thank God I didn't say tonight. Shout out to my guy Pagan 180. I appreciate you for being in here, bro. Says salute Andre 76. Yes, sir. Salute to you. I appreciate you, bro. Hopefully the Clippers can win tonight. I'm rooting for the Clippers to win tonight, Pagan. So yeah. Bob says we've been doing a pretty good job with locking up Jalen Brunson this series. Yeah, in game 1 and game 2, he was atrocious. He was literally dog water in game 1 and game 2. But in game 3, he broke loose. He got you 39 points and 14 assists. But like I said, Embiid's 50-point game kind of like overshadowed it. So nobody really talked about Jalen Brunson and his scoring ability and the scoring opportunities that he was creating for his teammates as well. And he was pretty efficient. I think he was about 48 or 49%. That's pretty efficient because he was shooting like 25 or 26%, 8 for 22, 9 for 28 or something like that, something crazy like that. So he was definitely getting locked up. But and that's credit to Kelly Oubre because he was the primary defender on Jalen Brunson, and you could tell Jalen Brunson struggles with length. He struggles with players that are very very athletic. I mean, Kelly Oubre has the length. He's very athletic. He can move laterally. He can go from side to side. He can contest your shots from behind, and sometimes he has an ability to recover when you beat him off the dribble. And as a result, Jalen Brunson was definitely struggling in those first 2 games. But in game 3, he broke loose. He definitely went off, and some of his teammates were also going off, like Josh Hart and OG Anunoby, Isaiah Hartenstein. I think Embiid, and let me get on Embiid real quick. And JJ, you said this on the stream the last time. Embiid needs to do a better job being a rim protector. Now, I know what he's dealing with. I know what he's going through, being on one leg and playing with a half paralyzed face. He's dealing with is it Bell's palsy? Yeah, Bell's palsy. So he's a warrior, and there's nothing soft. There's nothing soft about Embiid. So with all the people saying Embiid is soft, you don't know what you're talking about. This dude is playing with Bell's palsy, and he's on one foot. But I need Embiid to be a better rim protector because given Isaiah Hartenstein all those floaters, it's just frustrating because those floaters are cash money. Anytime he gets there and he flips it up, it's in. He's never. I don't think he's missed a floater in this series so far. All his floaters are good. So Embiid has to do a better job, being a rim protector, contesting his shots, and not making him get those quick or those easy 2 points because you don't really have to work for it. You just flip it in and you're good. And sometimes Embiid doesn't really contest; he'll just stand and watch it. And sometimes he'll play drop on it. He'll just give him space for him to shoot it. So in case he misses it, he could rebound it. But I just think you need to put a hand up sometimes. Don't let him see don't give him clean looks, closer to the basket like that because you give guys those looks, they start getting confident, and the rim starts getting bigger and bigger for them. And then the next thing you know, you're in trouble. So Embiid has to do a better job. Um, Embiid has to do a better job, contesting Isaiah Hartenstein around that basket, and he has to keep him off the glass as well as Precious Achua. And I don't know if Mitchell Robinson is gonna be playing, but if he's gonna be playing, we have to do a better job keeping him off the glass. Him, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, OG Anunoby, all those guys, we have to do a better job keeping them off the glass in game 4. The same thing we did in game 3. Pagan says, "Damn, Dre, Joel is giving it his all out there. Personally, I think he should shut it down. I mean, yeah, he is giving it his all, but when you step on that basketball floor, you have to. I don't think when you step on the basketball floor, you have to give it. I think you have to play both sides of the floor, in my opinion. Just like BJ be saying or preaching. You have to play offense and defense. But I mean, Embiid, yeah, he's giving it his all. Playing offense, and that he's a playoff dropper. That narrative goes into the garbage can right now because you can't tell me he's a playoff dropper and he dropped 50 points in the game. I'm not trying to hear it. So he is giving it his all. Offensively, he's literally the Sixers' offense. When he gets off the floor, the Sixers struggle generating offense. They struggle getting open looks. They struggle shooting the ball. They struggle like generating offense in general. But when he's on the floor, the Sixers offense is probably top 5 or top 10 in the playoffs. But when he's off the floor, you can tell the Sixers struggle. But I mean, given Isaiah Hartenstein all those easy looks, Hartenstein, I think all his points were floaters, or most of it was floaters. And those are just easy. Those are just annoying to watch sometimes because it's just easy for him to get to that spot and just flip it up. And next thing you know, the ball's in the basket without him be contesting or, showing, putting a hand up or, getting into his airspace, forcing him to, make a pass or whatever. But yeah, I think we need to do a better job. Not giving them wide open looks. We need to run guys off the 3-point line as well. OG Anunoby and Josh Hart. I mean, Josh Hart is shooting I think 40% or better from the three in this series. So we need to do a better job getting him off the line. I mean, running guys off the line. And I think our weak side, excuse me, I think our weak side rotations has to be better as well. So if we want to X out or trail guys and stay on guys' hips or fly to the 3-point line and force guys to take high contested twos, I think that strategy will definitely be great because these guys are killing it from the 3-point line. You're shooting lights out from the three, and the Sixers were lucky because Embiid in that third quarter, in game 3, Embiid literally made I think 4 threes. He hit 3 straight in a row, and some of those threes were just tough threes, and they were contested. And there was one where Jalen Brunson was literally, now I know Embiid is a foot taller than Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson was literally right in front of him. But Embiid was on some KD shit. He just elevated and shot over the top of him because he's 7 foot. He shot over the top of him, and it was nothing but net. And when you make your shots, that makes a difference as well because the Sixers were not really shooting the three that great in the previous 2 games. But in game 3, Embiid giving you 5, and I think Maxey hit 3 or 4, something like that. And Cameron Payne, he came off the bench and he was making threes. Kelly Oubre was making threes, and that right there, I think made a difference too because if you're not making your shots, that really hurts you a lot, especially the threes. So I'm glad the Sixers made their shots, made their threes. Hopefully, they can make their threes today. The game starts in almost an hour from now. The game starts at 1 Eastern Standard Time, and yeah, Sixers have to make their shots. They have to play some great perimeter defense. They have to rebound the basketball, and I think Nick Nurse's rotations has to be the same as it was from Game 3, and hopefully Tobias Harris can, at least have one game where you go off in this series. D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers scored 0 points in game 3 for them. But in game 4, he stepped up and gave them 20 plus. Tobias hasn't had a 20 plus game in the series yet. I don't think he's even scored 15 plus. And we need Tobias to be giving us between 15 and 25 every single game. If Tobias is giving us his season average, the Sixers will probably be up 2-1 or maybe 3-0. But he's not doing that. And I'm not putting all the blame on Tobias because I don't think it was just him. I mean, the Sixers did get robbed in game 2, and some other role players didn't step up. I mean, he didn't step up, but others didn't step up. So I'm not gonna blame him. I'm not gonna put all the blame on him. But if he's doing his job, the Sixers will definitely be up in this series. But hopefully he can have a good or a solid game in game 4 and step up huge for the Sixers and make shots. Make Tyrese Maxey's job much more easier. Make Embiid's job much more easier, and make Oubre's job easier as well. Because if you're making shots, you get the chance to get back in transition and get your defense set. Yeah, I feel that way. Humble Man says, I got 76ers winning by 12. I believe that too. I believe that we beat them by 11 in game 3. So going up by 1 point, yeah, I'll definitely I'll definitely take that for sure. But I can drop the link if anybody wants to come in and give their thoughts on who they think is going to win who they think is going to win today and, give their analysis as to why. Yeah, I can definitely drop the link. I don't know, Bob. I don't know if you're still here. Humble. I don't know if you want to come in, but yeah, I have a few points that I want to hit on before, and if nobody wants to come in, I definitely shut it. I'll definitely shut it down. But let's speak about DeAnthony Melton. So Melton came back. Now, throughout the course of the season, he's dealing with this back issue. He comes back. He plays, I think, 2 or 3, and then he's out for the next 20 games, and then he comes back, and but um, he was available to play in Game 3, and I thought that Nick Nurse was going to give him some minutes, but um, yeah, he didn't play. Nick Nurse didn't put him out there, and I don't know why, but me personally, I think if DeAnthony Melton if he's fully healthy, if he's available to play, I think he should definitely get some minutes in this series. Now, I could understand Nick Nurse because maybe he doesn't want DeAnthony Melton to kind of like mess up the chemistry that this team has. So I can understand it, but if DeAnthony Melton is out there, if he's getting minutes, he'll definitely, we can show Jalen Brunson, we can show him some, different looks, defensively. Our defensive coverages could be, we can show different looks. We can put DeAnthony Melton on him sometimes, and not always Kelly Oubre. Even though Kelly Oubre is doing a solid job defensively, I think showing him different looks from time to time would also be beneficial because DeAnthony Melton is a very good, perimeter defender. Now I'm not saying that DeAnthony Melton is gonna lock him up. I'm not saying that, but he'll definitely do a solid job on him. Personally, I believe. I mean, I've seen DeAnthony Melton make it difficult for guard players like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, even Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is one of the best young scorers in the game, but I've seen DeAnthony Melton make it difficult for him. I'm not saying he locked him up, but he definitely made life difficult for Cam Thomas. Um, Bob says I would, but I'm stuck at work. It's all good, bro. I mean, I'm gonna do a post game live tomorrow. So if you're available, yeah, you can definitely join. Yeah, shout out to Bob. But yeah, if DeAnthony Melton, if he's available to play, he's cleared. If he's available to play, I just think that you should, give him a few minutes. I'm not saying play him 30 minutes. I'm not saying that, but just give him a few minutes. Just throw him out there. You can put him on Brunson, or you can put him on Miles McBride, because McBride is also he's a good, contributor to what they do. He comes off the bench, he spreads the floor, he plays defense, he does a little bit of everything for that unit. So I just think that having DeAnthony Melton out there, he'll definitely he'll definitely be he'll definitely cause problems for them defensively. Yeah, so that's my DeAnthony Melton take right there. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Nick Nurse for the adjustments he made in game 3. Like I said, inserting Cameron Payne into the rotations, and playing Tobias less minutes, especially in that fourth. But people people definitely want to see Ricky Council, which I don't think is gonna happen. But if you can give him minutes, just try to just let's see what he's gonna give us, because Ricky he'll definitely give you effort. The only thing questionable is his 3-point shooting. But if he's out there, he'll definitely give you effort. He'll definitely generate a lot of rim pressure. He'll definitely put guys in foul trouble, and that would definitely be beneficial for the Sixers, in my opinion. Shout out to Nico as well. Nico Batum. Nico does play some, he does play some solid defense, and if he's wide open, he would definitely let it fly if he's wide open. And his defense, you can't question his defense. You can't question his effort, even though he's 33, 34 years old. You know, he plays with a lot of energy. He plays. He hustles. He can pick up a guard full court, and sometimes I don't want him doing that because he's at an advanced age. But sometimes he does it, and he also rebounds the basketball for you. So I appreciate what he brings to the Sixer team. He gave you 6 rebounds in Game 3 by himself. So yeah, shout out to him. And like I said, we won the rebounding battle. We had 36. The Knicks only had 32. So that's a little bit surprising because the Knicks have been doing a great job rebounding the basketball. But um, I think we have to repeat what we did in Game 2. I mean, not in Game 2, in Game 3. And if we do that, we'll definitely win this game tonight and have the series tied at 2-2. Embiid has to be Embiid. You know, I don't expect 50, but if I can get a 30, if I can get 30 plus, if I can get a 30 and 10 game, I'll definitely take it. 30, 10 and 6. I'll definitely take it. And Maxi has been, I mean, you can make the argument, I mean, not right now, but I was gonna say Maxi's the best, but Embiid. I'm taking that back. Embiid is the best player in this series. Embiid is definitely the best player in the series, but you can make an argument that Maxi's the second best player in this series because or let me say, he's been playing better than Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson is a better player, but Maxi has been outplaying Jalen Brunson, in my opinion. Maxi had, you know, those 2 30-point games, and in Game 3 he finished with 25. But I mean, it was not 30, but you know, he was definitely a huge reason as to why the Sixers won. I mean, he was playing some good defense out there. He's spreading the floor, shooting threes, creating, creating scoring opportunities as well, playmaking, distributing. I mean, he was doing a little bit of everything out there for the Sixers. So shout out to Maxi. You can definitely say he's the best. He's the second best player in the series. I mean, even though he's not better than Brunson, but he's been outplaying him. I mean, not in my opinion. I mean, if you watch the games, if you're looking at stats, you can definitely tell Maxi is the second best player in this series. But I expect Maxi to give us another, between 25 and 30-point game tonight. Oh my God, why do I keep saying tonight? I mean today. I expect him to give you another 25 to 30-point game. Maxi sometimes grabs a lot of rebounds. In Game 2, he was 1 rebound shot from getting a triple double, but in Game 3 he only gave you 4, which is not bad. But if he can get you more, you would definitely take that because Maxi plays with a lot of energy as well. You know, when he decides to turn on the Jets, nobody can stay in front of him. And I think OG Ananobi did a fantastic job on Maxi. But I mean, Max eventually, he broke loose, and he got his points. He shot the ball well. Um, he was definitely a second option that the Sixers needed in that game. So shout out to Maxi. Shout out to Maxi. If the Sixers didn't have Maxi, I don't know where the Sixers would be right now. But shout out to Maxi. But yeah, I got Bruce coming in. I'll just bring him on real quick. What's good, Bruce?
What's up, Andre? How you doing?
Doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I mean,
Glad to hear
we
that.
have we have the two teams, our teams. We want our teams to tie it up today.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. Clippers down 2-1 too. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Clippers on the road, but you at home, so I think you will tie it up. To me, it's always Tobias Harris, man.
Right.
You know, I mean,
Mm.
Kelly Oubre is gonna do his job. I guess he's not really there for offense, so he's gonna bring the defense. But
Right.
Tobias Harris he has to bring it today. This is a legacy game for Tobias Harris. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, I mean, even D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers, like he's struggling in that series. Like he had a 0 point game, but I think last night he had 20 plus. So at least, even though he's struggling in that series, he's had at least one good game in that series. And that's all I'm
Mm.
asking for Tobias Harris too. We got to get at least a 20-point game from Tobias in this series. I don't think Tobias has even scored 15 plus. But defensively, he's been solid. But yeah, I absolutely agree with you. We need a solid Tobias Harris game in Game 4 today.
I mean, your roster is more talented. You're a better team. It's because your superstar is hobbled. He's injured.
Right,
You know, I mean, they don't really have scoring inside. I mean, they have good defenders. I mean, decent defenders. So I think Embiid is gonna do his job. Maxey is gonna do his job. There has to be another uh scorer to do
right,
his job. I mean,
right.
you should not be losing to DiVincenzo, and Hart.
Wait, say it again.
You should not be losing to DiVincenzo and Hart.
I agree, Bruce. And I mean Josh Hart. I don't know. He was shooting 31% from the three in the regular season, but in the series he's shooting 40. He's shooting 40 plus, and he's at 20 plus in the 3 games that we played them. So
Mm.
he's really stepping up for them. I mean, I think you can say he's a second option in a sense for the Knicks in the series. So he's stepping up as a second option. And we have Tobias Harris, who should be a third option, a legitimate third option. And he's not even giving you close to the production that Josh Hart is giving the Knicks.
He has to be better, man.
He
He
has
has to
to.
be better.
He
I
has
mean,
to. And
he has underachieved all his career, so he has to be better.
yep, he has. I mean, he only had that one solid season with the Clippers, and that was about it. He was averaging like 20 and 8, something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, for the majority of his career, he has underachieved. I mean, 6'8", 6'9".
yeah. I
I
mean, do
mean,
you think your team's gonna tie it up?
yeah, I believe they're gonna tie it up. Yeah,
Mm. Okay, they have to. Orlando tied it up. You can tie it up too. So
right. And I've been looking for Tuning Sports.
yeah, I haven't said anything to him on Instagram. I just because my team is already terrible right now, so I'm not gonna say anything to other people's team. So
Oh, the Clippers are not terrible.
they're terrible for me because they should be winning those games and having too much turnovers, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. But I mean, I think you or somebody said it. The Clippers are one of the best road teams in the NBA. So,
You have to prove it to me today,
yeah, they have to. Yeah, they definitely have to prove it. They got to go for the tie.
man. Your team is better than the Knicks. I'm sorry. Even if the guy, what's his name, played, is what's his name? I forgot. He always goes left.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, even if Julius Randle play, I think your team will still be better. If if the Sixers play to their talent, I mean, you should be winning. You have the better coach, better star, better second player. Man, you should be winning, man.
Right. But Bruce, sometimes if you I mean in game one, the Sixers didn't really give enough effort. They weren't really working hard. And the Knicks, they destroyed the Sixers on the glass. And sometimes,
And you
like
almost won.
yeah, we almost won, but what they always say, hard work beats talent if talent refuses to work hard.
Yeah,
Even though
game
we
two
almost
was
won, we
stolen.
lost. I think we lost by 7 or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
game
almost
two was stolen, man. That was stolen.
yeah, game 2 was we definitely got robbed. We definitely got robbed. Uh Yeah, but I just think they have to show effort and get on the glass. I mean, we had more rebounds than them in game 3. We had 36, they only had 32, and they was able to keep Josh Hart off the glass offensively. I mean,
Mm.
offensive rebound. So, if they're able to do that today, if Embiid, shows up, if Maxey shows up, if Kelly Oubre does his job defensively and give you something offensively, the Sixers should definitely win and tie the series up at 2-2, in my
Well,
opinion.
somebody has to guard Josh Hart because Oubre is doing a good job, a decent job on Brunson. So
Right,
somebody has to guard Josh Hart, grab the rebounds. You're bigger,
right.
so
And they're playing Josh Hart at the power forward position. He's only 6'4".
Come
And
on, man.
Tobias is 6'8", and he's
Come on, man.
still like it's just embarrassing sometimes. But I mean, I'm not trying to bash him or anything. So, but
No, you should bash him because he hasn't done anything. Come on, man. You should be. Hey, this is the one of the easiest word to the finals. I think you can beat the Celtics. You know, but,
yeah,
but others don't believe it because if the Sixers lose the series, I think Celtics going to finals.
That's the case.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think the Celtics they're gonna beat the Miami Heat in the first round?
Miami has to win the next game. If they don't, they're not going to the final. But I think Miami is going to win the next game because I think they have a great coach, the best coach in the NBA. I think Miami is going to tie it up.
Right. Yeah, and they're at home, so they definitely have to get the tie. But you think the Celtics would definitely beat them in 6 or 7?
Uh, if Miami lose the next game, I think.
It's over with.
You know the funny thing about Miami, they could lose at home and then go to Boston and win.
Yeah,
So
it seemed like they play better in Boston than they do at home.
yeah, so I don't know, 6 or 7, probably it's possible.
Yes, it's definitely possible. I mean, I'm not trying to rule out the Miami Heat. I mean, they
yeah, I've underestimated them too much, so I'm gonna,
right. Yeah, everybody did last year. I mean, I thought they was gonna get bounced in round 1, and they shocked everybody and got to the finals.
Well, Celtics better take them serious. And Sixers, Embiid said you're gonna win the series. Okay, I hope everybody in the team follow him, especially Tobias Harris.
Yeah, hopefully. And I don't know what Embiid is telling Tobias, but I think Embiid should step up as a leader and have a conversation with Tobias and try to get him going. Like y'all got to get this dude going because you can't get outplayed by Josh Hart, 6'4" Josh Hart. That cannot be happening.
Do you think Tobias Harris wants it?
I mean, sometimes he shows that he don't want it, bro.
I mean, his father said he's the best player. He's a great player. I mean, he's better than a lot of people. I mean, his father wants it more than him. So to me,
I mean, his father. I mean, that's what his father's supposed to say because you have to support your son. So yeah, I don't blame his dad for saying that. But I mean, you can just tell. You can just tell that he sometimes he doesn't really want it. When he missed shots, like when he missed easy shots, when we was playing in the play-in, he had this easy opportunity under the basket and he missed it. And once he missed that shot, you could tell that his confidence was just he didn't even want to shoot the ball anymore. But I mean, you gotta be aggressive sometimes. Shout out to Darilis for
salute Darilis.
Yeah, I appreciate you for being in here. You can hit the link. It's up top. I'll post it again if you're still here.
You're gonna be biting your nails today. Man, I'm be all right, man. I already know. I'm ready for I've been a Clippers fan for a long time, so nothing surprised me anymore. I mean,
he guaranteed he guaranteed a Clippers victory tonight. Darilis.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean maybe that's what he feels. That's what he feels. But I mean the Clippers.
See, all season long, unlike some people in the channel, I've been like reasonable. Unlike some people, I'm not gonna name it, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, you said the Clippers their season start in the
conference finals. That's when I believe.
Yeah,
and I said that before the season started. So I'm not gonna go crazy unlike some people. I mean, this is like the Sixers too. You should say that about the Sixers too.
yeah.
I mean, your superstar is always hurt, but he plays more, I guess. I mean, in missing game. Oh my God, this is similar.
Right. But you think the Clippers gonna win tonight, or you having doubts?
Man, that's tough to say. I think the Clippers gonna win. I have to throw positive vibes to the team. I think the
Right.
Clippers gonna win. I think the Clippers gonna win. So, you
But
know,
who you think needs to step up the most for the Clippers tonight?
uh,
I mean, PG had a terrible game, so probably him.
I think Kawhi needs to step up the most, but I don't know how. It doesn't seem healthy to me. I mean, hanging onto the rim when he has a dunk. They like him. I mean, that should be a technical, but I mean, they didn't give him a technical. I was like
Yeah,
surprised.
the slide.
I was like, wow. Maybe he has told the referees, "Hey, I'm hurt, so I have to take time." To, you know,
Right.
I mean, to me, it's Kawhi, but Paul George has to step up too. So, I mean, the team could win the last game. It's because they have too many turnovers, man.
And turnovers.
You have
Right.
19 turnovers, and the other team has like 7 or 8. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think PG needs to step up the most because I mean Kawhi is clearly not at 100%. So I think PG needs to step up into that first option role and let Harden be
Yes.
the second. And let
Kawhi has to be like a defense and sometimes play some offense, like
offense.
when needed,
I
right?
agree. I
Like
agree.
I was saying, a DH in baseball.
That
Kawhi is a DH now. I'm sorry, he's a DH now. I don't think he's a number one. And I'm not saying that I'm not a Kawhi fan. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, why not sensitive?" No,
right. Right.
I'm saying that at the point of his career, you cannot rely on Kawhi to be the number one on your team.
But Bruce, they paid him as the number one.
That's Clippers craziness or stupidity. A lot of teams do that. They overpay for a player. You mean like the Sixers did with
Like
Tobias Harris?
this guy on the screen.
Yeah, man. Many players, great players we could have had with that money.
But Bruce, let's think about this. Let's go back to 2019, right? They just traded Jimmy to Miami, and the top small forwards that were free agents was Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. The Sixers are not getting any of those players, so they had to overpay him because if you don't overpay him, he can walk for free.
You overpaid for Ben Simmons, even though sometimes I troll and I say Ben Simmons, this is Ben Simmons here. You know,
Yeah,
it,
you always say that.
even though privately I'm saying, yeah, he's not. Sometimes I say those things to mess up with you guys, to mess around with you guys. But
Yeah.
yeah,
What's
but
good, Gorilla?
What's good, man? You said I'm gonna be biting my nails today. I don't even man. Depending on what time, I may not even catch that game, but I think we're gonna win that game. So I'm not too worried about watching it. Like I said, my biggest concern is Game 5. I think they're gonna win today, and I think Game 5 is gonna be real big for the Clippers. So yeah, I'm not too focused on even. Like I said, I may not even get to see it, so I got some stuff I got to take care of. But
mm,
who else played today?
The Sixers, the Clippers. Let me see.
the Suns,
Oh yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, they
Yeah,
might
they
get. They might
they
get.
done. Yeah, they done.
And Milwaukee, they play the Pacers.
one series I think that I'm scared that the NBA might interfere. It's the Lakers. Then I mean, will they make Lakers win in Denver? And I don't want to hear the LeBron is the only player that came back from 3-0 lead. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I'll stop watching basketball, man.
Uh,
Yeah,
I see what you. I can see how you can think that, but them being down 3-0, that'll be just too obvious. Now if they already have won one game, that'll be different, you know. So just say if they was 3-1 and
Mm.
then last night made it 3-2. But yeah, I mean, I don't see Lakers winning 4 straight damn games. That I just don't see it, man.
I mean, anything is possible. I didn't see the Red Sox winning 4 straight games against the Yankees. I was ready to celebrate.
Yeah, it happened in baseball. Yeah.
All
But
of a sudden, I
baseball
see
is
Red
totally
Sox.
different than basketball. Now, come on, now, man. That's
Okay,
totally
I mean,
different.
it can happen one day. So never know.
Well, I think Denver gonna take care of business tomorrow at home.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like they was trolling last night. Wasn't really
The
taking it
Joker,
serious.
said, I think he said this. How sometimes you get bored playing the same team
Oh, he
and you
said
take
that?
it from. I think that's what he said, or if
It-
somebody else said it, I can't remember. But
I
I
mean,
think that is so true. Well, if you keep on playing the same person, that's why I was trying to tell BJ and them last month. With this whole Dallas thing,
Mhm.
because eventually Dallas gonna win.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to say with this whole Lakers shit when everybody's, oh man, we gonna whoop the Lakers. And I said, no, they not. No, I said, we not gonna do that shit. Lakers gonna win this season, and they're gonna win the series this season. Talking about season, throughout the
Season series.
season.
Right.
Right. And that's what they did. So it's like, come on, man. So you can't win them all, man. So hopefully, man, like I say, Andre, man, yeah, man, I don't know what's up with Kawhi, man. I just don't, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Y'all talk,
He's the biggest what if. The biggest what if for me.
yeah, I think y'all just called Kawhi at the wrong time. I'm not gonna lie, Clippers. I mean, Clippers fan yeah, y'all called him at the wrong time, man, and it sucks, but them knees, man, it's just
Should have stayed in. Hey, I'm sorry. A lot of people have seen it, and I disagree. But I think he should have stayed in Toronto. No,
Mm.
Yeah, I agree. But
They
I
weren't
mean,
gonna repeat though.
he would
yeah.
have a better coach. You know, Kyle Lowry will still be there. Some of those point guards the Clippers had, and they're not better than Kyle Lowry. Siakam, come on, he already knows how to play with Kawhi, and you had pieces.
So I got a question. So that Raptors team, y'all think that Raptors team, if they face the Miami Heat in the conference finals, you think Miami still beats them, or you think Kawhi
No,
gets over the hump again?
no. And by the way, OG Anunoby was hurt when they won
Yeah, he was.
the so he played with Kawhi. You have two defenders on the team. Come on.
Yeah, but I don't think that Raptors team was going to beat the Lakers because LeBron and AD they was on a different level that year in the bubble.
What?
Y'all see how man it was funny. See how Madison rebranding? Boy, they was the first one in there yesterday on that panel, man.
Yeah.
For some time, I didn't like Thomas. Now the guy I hate, I do not. I can say hate. The guy I
Yeah.
do not like the most is Ruben, man.
Yeah, he talk a lot of trash.
but Andre, this is good though. See, I like this. This is how it should be. You know what I mean? It should never get outside on no personal shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It should just be some YouTube fun shit. So I really like that shit. Cause talk. That's why I got on, man. Talk your shit.
Mhm.
Talk your shit. You up? Just once your team lose, just show your face again. See, I don't even need you to come in after every game. I don't need. But if you want to, go ahead
I
and
mean,
do it.
Brandon wasn't there when they lost.
Yeah, when they lost the first game, he wasn't there. Yeah.
So, like I say,
And I
man.
think
But
he was
nah.
on Herm's show. And Bruce, was you there? I think you was there. You and Dorillis was there.
Yeah, I was over that. Right, he was on
Yeah.
her. But like I say, man, it's all fun. I
I mean,
like it.
Herm is a safe space for him because that's the Clippers hate, John. Clippers hate, live.
Right. Yeah, he was talking crazy yesterday on that live. I was like, whoa.
I mean, even if the Clippers are down 3-1, I'm not worried. Sorry.
Oh, you think they can come back down 3-1?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, it could happen, but I mean, with Kawhi not, because me personally, I heard y'all say that the Clippers don't need Kawhi Leonard to win the series, but I believe the Clippers need Kawhi Leonard to win the series, and with Kawhi Leonard not being at 100%, I mean, you could clearly tell in game 3 that he was not, something was not right. I just don't see it happening.
Here's why they don't need Kawhi. I think Terrence Mann do a good job on Jokic. I mean, not Jokic.
Luka.
Doncic. Yeah. And man, I don't want to be Thomas, but he doesn't play enough minutes. He plays Norman Powell a lot of minutes, and all he wants to do is coming up the screen and shoot threes. When he grabs the ball, he only looks at the rim.
Yeah, he don't
That's
look
all.
at nobody.
He doesn't move the ball. That's why I call him the black hole. You know, when he gets the ball gets lost. Right? So he has to play Terrence Mann more minutes. I'm sorry. Norman Powell is more talented offensively than Terrence Mann. But Terrence Mann can score too. You know, he's just hesitating. That's my issue with him.
Yeah, he hesitates a lot. Even when he has a wide open shot, he'll hesitate before he shoots it. Sometimes.
Yeah. So play Terrence Mann more minutes. I'm not saying not to play Norman Powell. He's not Marcus Morris.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stop shooting those threes, man. Use your height. Poor George. Every time he goes and shoot the mid range, he's successful. But when he's successful, guess what he does? The next like 5 plays, dribble, shooting three.
Shoot a three.
Why?
Yeah, sometimes he makes it difficult for himself because, like I said the last time, I mean, Derrick Jones Jr. cannot guard you. All you got to do is catch the ball in the mid post, on the elbow, on the block, and just punish him from the mid range. But
yeah, every time you shoot a three, guess what the other team say? Thank you, and just go on a fast break.
Fast break.
And that's why you had all those dunks.
Right. And the Sixers, I mean, I said Sixers. The Clippers don't really get back fast in transition. And when you're missing shots, when you're missing all those easy shots, it gives the other team a lot of easy buckets.
I mean, all those other players are athletes. They are athletes. They just go fast. Yeah. I mean, you got Lively and Gafford and what's the other guy name? Derrick Jones. They just go. So that's what happens when you shoot those threes. They already like on sprinting position.
Right. The only slow player on that team is Luka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, PG definitely needs to do a better job as well. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, Tobias Harris doesn't use his size.
He doesn't, right? Because he should be punishing Josh Hart.
Come on, man.
One thing, Tobias is a finesse player. That's why he don't really play physical.
I mean, Tobias is like the cousin of Paul George.
Paul George, exactly. A low budget version of him.
They just don't want to use their talent, man. They're more talented than they're letting it show.
Yeah, I agree. And Paul
Tobias
George
should be an all-star all the time. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy. He never made an all-star team.
That's crazy.
He's the what you call it? He's made the most money without making an all-star team.
Yeah, he's another Rudy Gay, man.
Right. That's the perfect comparison. Rudy Gay.
Man, I remember seeing Rudy Gay in Memphis. I'm like, dang, this dude is athletic. He has the size. He can do everything. And then, what has he done? Nothing. So.
Yeah, it's just sad. But Bruce, I'm getting ready to close it out. You got
All
any
right, man.
last thoughts or final comments or anything?
Uh, Sixers have to win today. My Clippers have to win today, and Sixers can do it. I think the Clippers can do it. Um, I know the NBA office wants the Knicks to win today, but Sixers
Right.
have to win. And Tobias Harris to me is the man. At Clippers, Kawhi, I hope Kawhi is healthy, and Paul George has to be the leading um, offensive player, and no James Harden offense all the time. And Terrence Mann more minutes. All right, man.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna. I feel like Bruce, man. The league they want New York in there, so I'm gonna bank on that. Give me the Clippers, and man, KD will be going home, man. I'm out. I holla at you, Andre.
I appreciate you doing it. Oh man. So yeah, that was Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. Shout out to the realist for pulling up. Appreciate them. But yeah, I agree with them. The Sixers need to take care of business at home and tie the series up. And beat Maxi, Harris, Oubre, even Paul Reed. When you come off the bench, your contract is on the line. So if the Sixers lose in the first round, the Sixers can cut you. They can waive you in the offseason. They can cut you. They can void your contract. I mean, so when you come off the bench, you got to give it your all. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, keeping guys off the glass, scoring when you have the opportunity to do so. Cameron Payne, Nick Nurse, have Cameron Payne in the rotations again. Cameron Payne, be as aggressive as you was in Game 3. Slash to the basket, shoot threes when you have it, and if Buddy Hield is going to get any minutes, you got to start making threes, bro. This is the fourth game in this series, so I don't know when you're going to get hot. You're getting the wide open looks, but you're just not making them. And that play that they ran for you to flash into that weak side corner, that was a great play. But unfortunately, you missed the shot. So Buddy Hield has to make shots. Kelly Oubre has to be as great defensively and offensively as well. Tobias Harris has to do the same thing. Nico, when Nico comes off the bench, has to do the same thing as well. And Kyle Lowry has to, be the veteran player, be the leader on the floor. And if the Sixers do that and keep the Knicks off the glass, we'll definitely give ourselves a chance to win this game today. But the game kicks off in about 15 minutes. I mean, probably 25 minutes. Let me say that. So, yeah, hopefully the Sixers win and they tie the series up and go up or go to New York with the series tied at 2-2. So, go Sixers. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.